Now for the full interview at FitLocal TV.
Hi, my name is Conley Miller. I am the founder of FitLocal, and I am here at Supreme Academy ATX, and I'm luckily sitting down with the head coach.
Yep, head coach and founder of Supreme Academy.
I love it, I love it. So we're gonna get right into it. So who were you before you were a trainer? Before you became a trainer, what was your relationship with fitness and health?
All right. Well, we're gonna start when I was a little kid because my uncle owned the dojo.
Okay.
So I started judo when I was like 6 years old.
6 years old.
Yeah, I started judo when I was 6 years old. You know, it was big part of my life because I got my black belt when I was 19 years old.
Okay.
And,
wow, that's young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2001, 2002, I believe, or 2001.
And so were you training to like be a coach, or were you training to be an athlete?
Okay. Yeah, so I train. I got a job a couple of places. I have to travel, but then I end up in San Jose State.
Okay.
Which is I did 2 years in San Jose State with the judo team.
Okay. How'd that go?
Well, it was really good, but I blew my ACL.
What happened there? What happened there?
Well, I was scheduled to do a lot of competition. I was trying to cut weight. And,
Yep.
You know how thing works when you cut weight, you lose muscle and injury.
Okay.
Exposed.
So when you started your athletic journey, did you ever kind of struggle with more like conflict, or was it more like yourself, or like how did it go, like growing up in that environment?
Usually myself, I will say, because I was never like naturally athlete, strong kid, but I just fall in love with the sport and I just want to do it.
And what did you specialize then, or was it, were you everywhere when it came to your fighting?
Specialized, you mean technique?
Yes.
Well, yeah, well, judo is a stand-up game.
Right.
So, you know, was my favorite. I mean, almost like every takedown, I was not focusing on one takedown.
Okay.
So usually I'm really good with everything.
Okay. Because when did you start bleeding into like
the jiu-jitsu?
The jiu-jitsu.
That was when I moved to California. After that, I tore my ACL.
Okay.
I took a couple years break and I started doing Muay Thai.
Okay.
And then I found out.
How was that? Did you go to Thailand for it, or
no,
what?
No, I was at Fairtex, San Francisco. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a coach on Fairtex. He's one of the best coaches in the world.
Yeah.
I started with him a little bit. Then I saw Mauricio. He's my head coach. Almost 20 years now, but
wow. That's a good long relationship.
Like a brother to me.
Yeah.
That's where I got my black belt. I started with him, and I got my black belt from him.
Okay. And so then so you had an inspiration, was there, when you started training to fight, was the motivation more like insecurity, inspiration, or was it pain? Like, was
inspiration, I will say, you know, my uncle, he's a judo black belt.
Okay.
World class, and I have my other uncle too. He's a Greco wrestler, world champion too. So it was in the family, you know.
Yeah, it's been in the lineage.
It's kind of.
Yeah.
Yes.
His dad was one. Your dad was one.
My dad is a dad. He did deadlift.
Okay.
Back in the day when no one know what deadlift is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's deadlift?
He lives in Lebanon.
Oh, okay.
And Dubai.
Oh, okay.
Between Dubai and Lebanon.
So he's traveling between there a lot.
Between Lebanon and Dubai.
I feel that. And so, can you describe like a moment, like when you started training? Like, what was it? Like, I know they pushed you towards it, but it was like, okay, hey.
The funny thing, I never got pushed.
So you naturally
all my
gravitated.
cousins got pushed because their father is they own the gym, or they have somebody do judo before.
Yeah.
I fell in love with it. No one pushed me, and I was the weakest kid. I was the skinniest.
Were you ever bullied?
Never.
Okay.
I always know how to fight for some reason, and I'm not scared.
You're just a fighter at heart.
Yeah, we grew up in a different world.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it was just different then. So people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're like, all right, hey, don't fuck with.
Now you hear about bullying. Back in the 80s.
Yeah.
You don't hear about bullying too much.
It wasn't the thing.
No, it wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
When you fight on the street. You don't get in trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's like if I smack someone when a classmate, then we're both in trouble.
Oh yeah, trust me. I got some people teeth on my knuckles right there. Street fight. Yeah, handle your business. You know.
Yeah, I respect it. I like it. And so, what was a problem that you feel to solve for people?
Well,
so then now we're moving the transition from being the athlete in training to fight?
Well, Jiu-Jitsu changed all my aspect of life.
Okay.
Jiu-Jitsu turned me to be a calm person.
Okay.
It's really how it's give you the confidence enough. Not only stand up, could be on the ground, could be any position. It give you the confidence like you're deadly.
Yeah.
Literally, if
I'm
you
in
think-
charge.
If you, yeah, I'm in
Yeah,
charge. If you
exactly.
think about it, right? So it gives you that calm, that sense of calmness.
Yeah, because you have the
You
skills.
you don't need to fight anymore, or you don't need to go to bars and anything like that.
Yeah.
And change life. You know, I see a lot of my teammates. They have they're veteran, for example, coming
Yep.
from really bad deployment.
Yep.
I help a lot of veterans right here, actually,
Yeah.
as we're speaking.
Good.
You know, it changed people's life on
For
the
sure.
positive side.
So
Positive.
you felt you kind of gravitated more towards the coaching side because it was a positive impact.
Yeah, I was helping Mauricio. See, pro-COVID, we were part of Fairtax, and Mauricio also has a big gym in the Bay Area. COVID hit, so we start, me and him, not with me and him, like he started something at his garage. We call it dojo, garage dojo.
Okay.
So we start teaching class even when,
Okay.
you know,
When
through COVID. Yeah.
Through COVID, wow.
Through COVID, yeah. We never stopped training, to
Yeah.
be honest with you. And that's how I start literally. I always been teaching judo before, but this is how I start teaching jiu-jitsu and get into it so much.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So what frustrates you the most about how people treat coming to the mats?
Every person come to the mat has come in different background, I'll say, or different, you know,
Walks of life.
If parents bring their kids, I know they want their kids. Most of them, they want to have confidence. They want their kids to have confidence and bullying too, especially if they're girls.
Okay.
I have two girls, so my focus was on make sure nobody get bullied. Those
Right.
my two daughters.
You want to help
Yeah.
build them.
Yes, and
up.
we integrate that in my classes a lot too.
Yeah.
I speak to my student and my kids program, and I have some really nice testimony happen lately.
Good.
When the kids got bullied by someone and then they defend themselves, they
Good.
went on mount and they ask them to stop and they become good friends.
Good. That's good. It's like a form of healing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I love that. I love that. So, what is the hardest part from making the transition, going back a little bit, from making the transition from athlete to coach?
Oh,
Like
okay.
earlier in your life.
Okay, I started as a hobby.
Right.
But I was so competitive, so I went American Cup and U.S. Open.
Nice.
And I went it all the way from blue belt to black belt.
Yeah.
And I went to World, I went to Pan Am. I might not took first, but I was on the podium every
Nice.
time, literally every
Good
time
job.
I go.
Yeah.
So that will be over since I moved from California here in 2022.
Okay.
we-
So that was a big transition.
Yeah, we came here. I was supposed to get a corporate job. My background, I have a furniture store.
Okay.
A furniture store, one in San Jose, one in Fremont.
Yeah.
So, but COVID thing hit, and so
it
we had
messed
to shut
it
down.
up.
Yeah, messed it up everything.
Yep.
So when we came here, I was supposed to get a job, a corporate job for some big furniture store. It didn't go through, and you know, it was no question. I want to open a gym.
Yeah.
You know, so
Hey, everything happens for a reason.
yeah, yeah, and you know, I found a love with the community over here.
Yeah.
And we
very
start
fitness.
Looking, yeah, and we start looking for a gym, and we find this.
Yeah. So how'd you stumble into this location? Were you guys searching around, particularly in Kyle? What
Oh
draw?
yeah, Gari was, I believe, was the most growing city in this area right here.
For sure.
And I
South
was like, you know, why we
South Austin
yeah,
has been.
yeah. And in the beginning, when I moved here to Buda, actually, I was traveling a lot to find a gym for me in Austin because all the good gym in Austin.
Right.
And I couldn't find anything. So, and I have to. I mean, there is a lot of good gym, but the commute was crazy. So
Yeah.
I have to commute for like
Convenience
an
is
hour
key.
and hour and a half in traffic, and then come back an hour, train for an hour and a half. It was like 4 or 5 hours I have to spend every day on the road just to find a good gym.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good gym in Austin.
Yeah. But
And
just that.
It's just that, like, I was
Unless
like-
you're living.
and I started looking for a gym around here. Yeah, you know, some people answer my call, some people they don't answer, intimidate. I believe they don't want a black belt come to the gym. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I left a couple messages. I went to couple gym. I never get the response I want for me to train with them.
Yeah.
And,
That sucks.
And that's how the idea came up.
Do you think that's a problem when you're when you're someone like such as yourself that has such an experience? Do you think it can actually be harder to going to locations that might not have your background or?
No, no and yes.
No and yes, yeah.
But I would say good gym, they always welcome you. There's no question about
sure.
it because they want people.
For sure.
But like I said, the commute was crazy. I couldn't do the commute. And the gym right here, it's like small gym.
Okay. And so when you first opened up the gym, what were some big struggles you worked with? Was it, you know, money? Was it clients? Was it self-doubt?
None of that, I believe.
Oh, good. Good job.
I mean, I've been a businessman for 22, 23 years. I own my own business.
Okay.
So I never have that doubt that I'm gonna be failing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Well, of course, if you look at my gym, it's not just only mat gym. So
No.
I invest money here. So,
Yeah, exactly.
there's a bit.
Put a pretty penny on this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a big investment, you know. And
It
people
is.
look at me like, "Oh, that's your first gym." I say, "Yeah, could end my last." You know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, well, we'll see. And then, when you first started coaching, did you ever feel like this wasn't for you, or?
No, let's say that because I've always been coaching.
Okay.
I always dealing with other kids. But when you invest on your team and you start have brand new kids coming to your gym on daily basis, like you might be a black belt,
Yeah.
but you feel like a white belt.
Right.
Like everything, like coaching is totally different than competing.
Right.
Every small details you will learn it teaching kids.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, that was there, but you know, I never used to the way I'm, explain it to kids and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Well, they say statistically, like actually the fastest way to learn a subject is
Mm-hmm.
to start teaching it. So even if you're novice or you're intermediate in your knowledge,
Yeah.
the faster, the more, you're more able to retain the knowledge that you already have
Correct.
from just teaching it.
Correct. I'll add maybe a little bit different perspective.
Okay.
Because you have to make it easy on them. Like they're not adult. You're not teaching competition class, for example.
Yeah.
And kids, they say like sponge. You teach them something, there's like sponge. They absorb it. That's
Yeah.
stay in the brain, right?
Yeah.
So you want to make sure it's the perfect technique. Like,
For sure.
yeah, flawless, for
Yeah.
example. You
For
don't
sure.
want a mistake.
And then so lessons from clients.
Oh,
Ri-
yes.
Right. So what has working with clients taught you about people?
Taught me a lot about people. I have a lot of different people. I have people came with ego and now they have zero ego, for example. I have people came into me, they're like over 300 pounds, they lost almost 140 pounds. I have people where they fix for example, their lifestyle.
Yeah.
They have an issue with drinking. I have somebody quit drinking, for example, they've been sober for 40 years now.
Wow. That's good.
I
That's
have
great.
people, they come, they were smoking, actually.
Yep.
And now,
They quit smoking.
yeah,
Yep.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So it taught you the power of like how much of a positive impact you have with people when you start this industry and
Yes,
stuff like that.
yes,
How much
yeah.
it's life changing.
it's life changing.
Yeah.
Trust me, Jiu-Jitsu is life changing because you're rolling with these people on daily basis on the mat. You know all their problems.
Yep.
You not just only he's my we fight. No, Jiu-Jitsu is not about fighting. It's about learning.
Yep.
It's literally like a puzzle / chess game.
Yeah. Yeah. It's creativity plus mixing
Yeah.
all the pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strategy. So then what's a moment that has happened that changed you? Right? Where was that kind of click? Was there a particular interaction with a client, or was it a string of things? Like what was like, oh, I get it now.
Okay. I was talking about like teaching.
Yeah, so like when you made the transition, this is kind of like backtrack, when you made the transition from coaching or from being an athlete
To the coach.
and then to being a coach, when did it okay, this is athlete me,
Yeah.
now I'm coach me?
Yeah. So you have people walk out of the door, they don't want to compete.
Yeah.
And I don't want to force them to compete.
For sure.
So it's hard transition for me just only to be that coach where we only doing jiu-jitsu for the fun.
Yeah.
But I will say I'm really successful. I do have a bunch of guys, they compete on a weekly basis, and I do have people, they've been here for me 3-4 years now, and they love the jiu-jitsu. Nothing, I will say the transition for me, it was never transition.
Okay.
Because I was all my life I was involved with jiu-jitsu. Even
Yeah.
like when I was competing in judo, my coach Hannah, and we have some new guys came to the gym. I have to teach him like the my okami, the oshiro okami, the yoko okami, all the basic fundamental stuff. It was always been like my knowledge, like I know how I teach class.
Exactly. Okay.
You know, it's same thing like my little girl now, my oldest daughter, like 10, Miabella, like she's almost 10. She will turn 10 in March.
Oh, snap.
And she helped me like when I have some little kids come here, toddler or 4 or 5 years old, she will teach them the basic.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's awesome. I love that.
So it's chain,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. And then now going into training philosophy. How would you describe your coaching style in plain language?
Okay. Well, it's hard to explain it.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what. I focus on literally the basic of jiu-jitsu, the posture, breaking posture, controlling.
Okay.
If you learn how to do all that, you will know how to do jiu-jitsu.
Right.
Okay. My philosophy is you can't just be like good stand-up guy, not bottom guy.
Yeah.
You have to be all-rounded.
Yeah. You need to be
you
well-rounded
need to-
athlete.
Yeah, you need to have a good takedown, good wrestling, good leg entanglement, and good judo, and
Yeah,
and
you
play
need it
ball
all.
Yeah, you need it all.
Yeah, we
Go
need
play
to build
ball.
up each skill set.
Correct.
Because
correct.
they all mix
And
together.
that's what I bring here. Like, I did stand up, I did wrestling, did judo, did wrestling, and I do jiu-jitsu. I'm not a good at Muay Thai striking, but I have enough knowledge.
Yeah.
But I don't teach those classes. We have Coach Balta teach the striking classes.
Okay. And then who is not a good fit for you?
Oh yeah, there is. I'm not saying a good fit, but I will say. I don't say good fit because it's not a nice word.
Yeah.
Good fit for me, but I was gonna say we don't. If I don't click with someone or someone has a really bad ego,
Yeah.
I'd rather not to have him here.
Exactly.
And in the past, there's people had ego right here, and I let him go.
Yeah.
And a lot of people ask me, Coach, why you let him go? I was like, it's not a good for me.
No.
And
Well, it affects the classroom too.
it affect the class, of course. Even I will say like the most struggle with the kids program is not the kids.
It's the parents.
To be honest, I mean that's the honest. It's the parents, not
It's-
the kids.
yep.
The kids, like I said, they love to learn. I mean, and even some. I have a kids. I'll give you an example. I have a kids when he come here for the first 3-4 weeks crying every day, and he's one of my top athletes right now.
Oh.
Of competition. He just won his. He went on his first tournament, lost,
Yes.
but he never quit. He went on his second tournament, submit everybody.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I
5
love
years
that.
old.
I love that.
5 years old.
I love that.
So for the parents to come to me and shake my hand like, Coach,
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't even need to say thank you because I'm doing my job.
Right.
But the way they look at me, shake my hand, and give me that hug, it means the world to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That means the kids never quit, has more confidence, and he's become a good athlete.
Yeah, and that carries over into their life in the future.
Of course,
Yeah.
because I'll tell you what, the problem in this. And I'm not from here. I moved here back in the 90s. I see soft parents.
Right.
They teach their parents how to quit.
Right.
Right. So I have my daughter. My daughter go to school, and I'll give example to anybody walk that door. Like my daughter go to school. Did she have an option to quit school? Did you have your kids option to quit school?
No.
So when you put them in a sport, if you give them the option to quit to go to another sport, what are you teaching your kids?
To be able, it's fine.
So I will tell the parents, find yourself a sport where your kids can have it for, let's say I want them to do it for a couple of years.
Yep.
But in that couple of years, if they decide they want to quit,
Don't let
you teach them how to quit.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? How
Yep.
athletes gonna be and how parents gonna support their kids on something. And let's say my kids, she love, let's say I'm giving you example, volleyball.
Yeah.
Right? And on the first year she wanna quit. What she know about volleyball in 1 year, for example?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. So you need to educate your kids. You need to make them involved, watching either videos or any documentary on any other sport. Make them love it before they start it, for example.
Right.
And if that's a good fit for them, don't make them quit.
I love that. Because it does. it's that generational curse. You know what I mean? It carries over.
Yeah, and if they did it for a couple of years, and let's say the girl started with 7 and she's 10 or 11, and she's become a girl, like a teen or whatever, and like, oh, I want to move to basketball, or I want to move to taekwondo, or I want to move to wrestling. That's fine.
Yeah, because those are.
Yeah, she learned the sport.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. For the clients watching at home, what should someone look for in a trainer beyond certifications?
Oh yeah.
Like, what's a red flag?
There's a lot of flag right now.
Yep.
And you hear a lot of stuff on the news about jiu-jitsu guys. Guys come from everywhere. Just have a really nice conversation with coach. Understand if he's a family man, what's his goal, what he wants from the kids in the future. Of course, like I said, the courses, the diploma or whatever they have, it's a plus. It's nothing. I mean, there's a lot of, listen to me, there's a lot of coaches, they never compete on a world level. Yeah. But doesn't mean they are bad coaches. Could be the best coaches in the world.
Exactly.
And the opposite, right?
Right. I mean, the same.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
I will say in the martial arts, it's very important to love the culture inside that gym before you sign up.
So it's almost like if you wouldn't see yourself hanging out with that person in a personal setting.
Yes.
Yep.
Like last night, a couple of my brown belt, they invited me, coach, let's go have a smoke cigar, one of my old student, his old coach opened a gym like hour from here. He's like, coach, can you be my guest and go with me to introduce you to my old coach? But he's my student now. The community. Yeah. It's very important.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a family.
It's the culture, the community, culture, family, all that.
Yeah.
And that's what makes the gym almost second home, because you literally here on a daily basis.
Yep.
And if I don't I don't agree with you on a lot of stuff, we put on the mat, and we shake hands and we give ourselves a hug.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the role.
Yeah. And it teaches you a lot of like respect for peers and respect. Even like, there's a lot of things that go on is you don't respect your competition or your enemy in like the culture. Yeah. But it's actually like, hey, like, this is not. I feel like sometimes, especially in America, competition can be taken to an extreme, where it can even take, there's one thing on the mats, what I mean, we're going to get it done, and best man wins, but some people even take it off the mats, and so this can kind of teach people, hey, competition is healthy to an extent. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And competition, I'm going to go back to the competition time when I was competing, because I believe my last time I competed in 2020, I believe, 2020, 2021. No, I competed one time at Pan Am, I took third, because it was here in Dallas. But I was not really training for competition. But I did good, make the podium. But I'll say when I was competing against the best in the world. Right. Right? And doesn't mean I'm the best in the world. Yeah. Even if I beat you. Yeah. And you're ranked like, for example, number 1 or number 2, number 3, and my rank is number 23. Doesn't mean I'm better than you. That means that day, I'm better than you. That day, that moment. I like that. I'm not better than you in any mean.
I just got that one.
If you have that mentality, I think you'll be a really good, successful guy in life.
Yep. Period. Because you can take failure.
Yeah.
Failure is a good is the teacher.
It's yeah. And that's literally what my kids like. If you go to tournament and you lose, we don't take it as the lose. We take it to learn as a learning. L as a learning, not a losing. Yep. And if I can build that in their head, or make him think like, oh, we need to learn from that loss, I think I did my job.
I love that. So how do clients feel when they're training with you?
You have to ask them that.
I like that.
They might say I'm an asshole. I don't know. No, but my guys, I'll say that. Okay. I'm not gonna say 100%, but I'll say they love me.
That's good.
I mean, they have a respect for me.
It's like almost an uncle or second father.
Yes,
for sure.
Because I'm the oldest guy here.
Yeah. Really. Yeah. You ain't that old. No, it's fine. You look great.
I'm old.
You ain't that. You don't look that old. I'll tell you that. I was surprised when you told me your age. I was like, no, you ain't. Yeah. All right. Last finish. Closing statements. FitLocal Finish this sentence honestly. If I do my job right and my clients walk away with more than just fitness, they walk away with blank.
Can you repeat the question?
One more time. If I do my job right as a trainer,
As a coach?
yep, my clients walk away with more than just fitness. They walk away with blank.
You want me to answer that?
Yes. The blank, yes.
The blank as a positive blank, or
Yeah, like they walked away with more than just fitness. Like sometimes clients have to leave,
So
and then you left an imprint on them.
Yeah.
What are they walking away with that? What's the imprint they have?
Well, Jiu-Jitsu teach you first thing. It's a life journey.
Yeah.
They can't just. I don't believe people they're gonna just walk. If they did Jiu-Jitsu for a long time, they're not gonna walk. It's gonna be part of their life.
Yep.
And like I said in the beginning, it teaches self-confidence, respect.
Yeah.
And it's gonna make him better person in general.
Good.
Okay, so they're not gonna look at a person the way what kind of clothes he's wearing, for example. They're gonna look on the inside like
Who are they?
Who they are.
Yep.
And that's what I like to imprint my jiu-jitsu on people on my mat. Don't judge people. Like,
I love that.
yeah.
That's good. That's what it's about. All right, hey guys, this was great. I had a great time coming out and interviewing Antonio. I'm sorry, the names are killing me lately. He's out here in Supreme Academy here in Kyle, Texas. I love this gym. He's had me over here a couple times now. It's very beautiful, great equipment, great mats, great coaches. I've worked with a couple of his coaches, so you guys should really come out and see him. We thank you, Antonio.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Conley.
All right, boss.
We interrupt this special broadcast for an important announcement. We at FitLocal TV value our viewers greatly. However, over 93% of our audience is not subscribed. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and comment your thoughts down below. It goes far, and we appreciate the continued support. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming on FitLocal TV.
All right, first thing.
Okay.
Judo for nogi.
Okay.
You have to connect for the grip. First thing, my first step, I'm gonna step on the inside,
Okay.
and my hand's gonna underhook
Okay.
right here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna slide my hip and take him down. Goshi.
I love that.
That's a Goshi.
Okay.
My second one, and if you go on my IG or my competition there, I like everything with the leg.
Okay.
My size 180 pounds.
Okay.
I have the reach. So
Yeah.
from here,
Okay.
Osoto Gaki. I like to come here,
Okay.
grab my legs,
Okay.
and take him down. Boom.
All right.
Let's take down, okay? Second one. Osoto Gari. I step on the outside,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go with my legs, and I'm gonna kick here
Boom.
and take him down. But the only thing, and you see in my instructional,
Okay.
when you do my classes,
Yes.
posture is very important.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to break your posture before I take you down.
Okay.
And I'll focus too much on the footstep, on breaking somebody's posture.
Okay.
From here, I'm gonna slam, and I'm gonna chest to chest, and I'm gonna take you down. From here, I go for the upper.
Okay. All right. My turn. So what was the first one again?
First one is Goshi.
Okay.
Let's start with the last one, actually.
Okay. Perfect.
So you're gonna clinch the head.
Okay.
You're gonna control the wrist right here.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Right here. And you're gonna pull it that way.
Okay. So pull
And-
down.
And you're gonna step with the legs on the outside. No, other legs.
This one?
Step here.
Okay.
And with the other legs, you're gonna come between my legs and your legs.
Okay.
Chest on the chest.
Boom.
And you're gonna take my leg. Right here.
Like that.
That's right.
That's
Just
good.
like that. Okay.
Snap.
Also to Gari.
One more time.
Yep.
All right. Boom. So I'm gonna pull down. Bring the foot, and then bring.
Chest on the chest a little bit.
Okay.
Here.
Chest. Okay.
Right here. Boom.
Sorry, boss.
No, I think you did.
Yeah, it clipped off.
So those are the kind of basic judo technique.
That was really good.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. But definitely, maybe we'll do some more videos.
Yeah,
And would love you to have you on my gym here.
for sure. I'll come back. I told Robert if we could come back tonight. You want to do something tonight or what? We can go live again.
Yeah, tonight is the key. which is better than nogi. I'll suit you up, both of you.
You got suits?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Maybe Chris might want to come.
And that I will teach you better those techniques, and maybe you can use those footage on the class. I think it's better. It doesn't have to be professional like that.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. Hey man, hey, you guys gotta come check him out. Antonio's a really great coach. I love him. He's an inspiration. He's an inspiration in his class. I've met some of his people. He has really nice people here. You need to come check him out. We love him. We love you, Antonio. Thank you for having us back again.
Anytime. And what's the app called?
It's gonna be called FitLocal.
FitLocal.
You're gonna find Antonio on FitLocal. So.
Good luck with that.
I know, right? Hey guys, this was great. I love it. Supreme Academy was treating me nothing but love. These are great people. They're a part of the team. I recommend coming out here. They're great coaches. I loved working with them. They showed me some cool stuff. So please go share them some love. Supreme Academy, it's down here in Kyle, Texas. You want to come see this place. It's a beautiful gym and just good people. So, and that'll be it. So.